What's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review. Today, I am reviewing a movie called, what's it called? Oh, yeah, Jerry and Marge Go Large. That's what it is. It's a movie, was released in June 2022. It is a movie starring Bryan Cranston, aka Walter White. Also, the Chicken and Pie guy is in this one as well. Pretty small role. Dwight from The Office is in this as well. Has a pretty larger role. There's a few other actors that I don't know the names off the top of my head, but there's a lot of other actors that do good jobs in this movie as well. But coming into this movie, I thought it was definitely going to be more of a focus towards older people, with kind of like the characters and the story and the tone. It's based off a true story too, so you have to think that they are going to have to stick to some sort of narrative, stick off some sort of storyline or whatever to make it work. And I came out this movie quite liking it. I really enjoyed it. I was very surprised. It was a really good movie. First off, there's definitely two defined main characters: Marge and Jared, retired couple looking for adventure. But there's a lot of other characters that get a good amount of screen time in the movie and play a pretty important role in making the flow of the movie work. And I was actually quite surprised. There's a lot of different characters. They're not hard to focus on. You get pretty good establishment of who they are pretty early on in the movie, or quick when they're introduced. So it's not too complicated to think, okay, oh, this guy is this, oh, this guy is this. Like, you get it from pretty early on in the movie. And, but there's like a lot of other characters in this as well. I think that's really cool. A lot of diversification as far as who gets what roles in the movie. It's pretty cool. And also, it's just a very wholesome movie. In the beginning, I thought it was going to... But what it is basically, Jerry is a mathematician who just retired and he finds a math loophole in the system of the lottery game. And he uses it to win money. A lot of money. Eventually, his wife gets in on it, and then a bunch of other people get on it, and eventually it turns into helping out the town. Everybody who lives in their little town in near Grand Rapids, Michigan, and helping out the town, rebuilding the town, bringing back the jazz festival, upgrading a couple other things, people getting nicer cars, and overall just improving the town's livelihood and making it a better place to live for everyone. And then, of course, a group of kids from Harvard also seem to figure it out, and they're using it so that this one guy can get really rich and not become a lawyer like his dad. And then, eventually it makes national news, and everybody's talking about it, and then eventually the game stops. But they get the jazz festival back. The kid is caught. They bring the jazz festival back, and the couple lives happily ever after. It's a very wholesome movie. I thought it was going to be something where, like, Jerry was going to find this loophole in the system, use it for his personal gain, but hide it from his wife, and then the wife was going to find out later on, and then there was going to be, like, a trouble with the marriage, and then there was going to be the whole falling out, and then he's going to finally, at the end of the movie, he's going to, like, come to terms with everything that happened, and it's going to be, like, happily ever after, but not really, because you lost everything, or at least not the same as it was before. And it wasn't that. I loved the fact that they promoted, like, good couple unity and the couple getting it on together. And I guess that's how it worked in the true story as well. So, yeah. But a lot of times movie studios don't go off of the source material quite back to back. And I actually looked into the real life thing that happened about this. There's nothing about, like, a group of kids from Harvard for getting in on this too. There was nothing about, like, them. I guess there's a little bit of thing about helping them out with the town, but there's nothing about the kids from Harvard or anything like that. So I don't know if that was actually something that happened. It might have been. Maybe I need to look into it more. But it didn't seem like it from what I could tell. But maybe it was. And as far as the antagonist, the guy from Harvard who starts this group that they're doing the same thing as the old couple is doing, like it's meant to be just like this kid who's like entitled and thinks he should get everything and thinks he's got all the power over this old guy and whatever and gets caught. He's not really that strong of an antagonist. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. It could very well have been on purpose. Just not a very strong character. Like his friend hacks into a website, and that's the entire threat. You think, oh, he's going to expose all their personal information and they're going to break the website or whatnot. And that's not what happens. Like, he's just, like, he provides a very minor inconvenience to the couple who just shoot it down and nothing happens. Like, it was like he was just meant to be there for a little bit of extra movie plot. But it, like, wasn't bad. Like, I don't think he was meant to be, like, a real bad character. He doesn't even go through any, like, developmental character growth. He's only introduced, like, halfway through the movie anyways. So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like that was kind of just thrown in there for more movie plot, but it could have been real. It also just could have been that they didn't really care and wanted to focus on the storyline with the couple more. So, if anyone knows about the situation more, comment down below. Is the Harvard thing real? Did it happen? I want to know. But like I said, it's a very wholesome movie. It's just a very uplifting movie, getting the whole community involved for a good cause, and it was just cool to see them. It was cool to see, and it was funny too. It was a little bit of funny. It wasn't really like a comedy or a drama. It was kind of a little bit of both. No, I guess it wasn't really a drama. It was more just a comedy-esque. I guess that's the way to put it. I don't know. But no, overall, this was a very, very, very wholesome movie. It actually kind of reminded me of Breaking Bad a little bit. I don't know if it's because Bryan Cranston's starring in this movie. Kind of reminded me of the plot of Breaking Bad a little bit. But except replace the meth with the lottery, and it's going towards helping the town instead of helping Cranston. Kind of thing. Then you basically got the same thing, kind of, but it's a little bit, not as exaggerated because it's not a TV series, it's a movie. So there you go. But if you've ever seen this movie, I would very much recommend watching it. It's all on the streaming platforms and whatever. It's a really good movie. It's not a long movie. It's wholesome, and it's a good watch. And I think it'd be pretty cool, especially if you're from Michigan like I am. Especially if you're a big lottery person, it might be a fun movie to go see. You ever think trying to trick on yourself? They actually got rid of that lottery game, which is why it does not no longer. They cannot continue it. So there you go. But then for my final score on this movie, let's see. I'm gonna give it I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It wasn't like my kind of movie, but it was still good. It was still really good. So definitely recommend watching it. And that's going to do it for this movie review. If you've ever seen this movie, comment down below your thoughts on it. If you haven't, go see it right now. And that's going to do it for this movie review. Again, stay tuned for much more amazing content. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.